He just wants to gain some life. He's like, oh man, let's do some damage here. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. We're here today with another free-to-play deck containing 0 rares and 0 mythics. This is Boros Tokens. We're going to talk about the deck list, we're going to get into some strategy, review some gameplay footage, and then to close out, we're going to go through some small but worthwhile upgrades if you're looking to use this deck further on. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you find any value in today's video. Let's get into it. Our deck starts off with some lovely 1-drops. We have 4 copies of Hazda Marshal. This is a 1/1, and whenever it and 2 other creatures attack, you're going to create a 1/1 with lifelink. We have Hunted Witness, also a 1/1, and when he dies, you create a 1/1 with lifelink. God's Willing, target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Scry 1. Karmada's Blessing for 1. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an enchanted creature or an enchantment creature, it also gains Hexproof and Indestructible until end of turn. Kicking along to our 2-drops, Sky Knight Vanguard. This costs 1 mountain and 1 plane, so it's a little hard to get out there, but you should have no trouble because it's just a 2-color deck. And it's a flying creature with 1/2. And whenever Sky Knight Vanguard attacks, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token that's tapped and also attacking. We have 2 copies of Angelic Gift. When Angelic Gift enters the battlefield, draw a card. An enchanted creature has flying. Phalanx Tactics. Target creature you control gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Each other creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Raise the Alarm ×4. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Justice Strike ×2. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power, and that's an instant, which is really helpful. Hero of the Nyxborn. This is our first 3-drop. He himself is a 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, he creates a 1/1. And whenever you cast a spell that targets him, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Vanishing Light. 3 copies of this. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. And then Heraldic Banner. As it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures of the chosen color get +1/+0, and we can add a mana of that chosen color. Our 4-drops, we have Commanding Presence ×2. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 white soldier token, which is really cool. Cosmotronic Wave. This is 4, and Cosmotronic Wave deals 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls, and then creatures your opponent controls can't block this turn, so this is a great way to get that last kill in. We have 13 plains and 8 mountains. It's a very aggro deck, so I don't find it necessary to run the dual color lands because you should have no trouble hitting these drops without land trouble. So that's the deck list. Let's get into a little bit about the strategy. The overall strategy for this deck, like any aggro deck, is just to kill your opponent as quickly as possible. We have a lot of small cost creatures that create other creatures, those tokens, and those tokens are going to be able to go wide on your opponent and just tack in. We have things like Hero of the Nyxborn. When he's targeted by a spell, your other creatures are going to get +1/+0 until end of turn. So we can put an Angelic Gift there, we can put a Phalanx Tactics there, we can put our Karmada's Blessing there. There's so many options to power up our whole team of tokens once we've made them. And again, Hazda Marshal makes tokens, Hunted Witness makes a token, Sky Knight Vanguard makes continual tokens, Raise the Alarm makes tokens, Commanding Presence makes tokens, Karmada's Blessing protects your high priority creatures that you've enchanted, God's Willing will protect your Sky Knight Vanguard even when it's not enchanted. That's basically it. Cosmotronic Wave on that kill when you know you've got lethal and they can't come back to kill you. Commanding Presence otherwise. Justice Strike as removal. It's very basic. There's not much to it, you guys. As far as our drop sequence goes, we really like to drop Hazda Marshal turn 1, Sky Knight Vanguard turn 2, and Hero of the Nyxborn turn 3. That is ideal. We can play around with Raise the Alarm over our Sky Knight Vanguard, but if we're going uncontested, Vanguard wins every time because it's getting that value every single turn and can really build up. And then on turn 4, we like to play things like Phalanx Tactics, right? Raise the Alarm if we have it, maybe another Vanguard, maybe a Hunted Witness, another Marshal. So we're really keeping our drops down low, and Banishing Light we're only dropping on things like an Annex, things that have direct effect on the field that we cannot handle. With that all being said, I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I hope you found some value in this deck breakdown. We're going to go ahead and get into the footage now, but before we do, I'll remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Send it to a friend who you find might find value in it. And then we are also live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. If you want to join the live discussion, You can join the Discord with the link down below. You can also join our monthly Brawl tournament, free entry fee, cash prizes, link again in the description, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for continuing to support this channel. Let's go ahead and get into the footage, and then after that, we're going to talk a little bit about the potential deck upgrades we can make. All right, you guys, land looks good. 2 Cosmotronic Waves, though, is a little heavy. Let's be honest, we kept it because we have a Marshal, which is a nice turn 1, and then Vanguard, which is a nice turn 2. Hopefully there's no removal, and hopefully we can get in for some kills here. Mono red, would you look at that? Coming out strong. Do I play my Scorch Spitter? Do I remove this Marshal? You know what I mean? It's a terrible situation for everybody involved playing mono red. No, I'm just kidding. I love mono red. And honestly, we're in a position where we should probably attack and threaten the block on his Scorch Spitter. But we're going to play conservatively and pretend like he's not going to stomp it right here. Robber of the Rich, that's actually not too terrible. No blocks. He doesn't get the draw, just the damage. Third land's not the worst. Let's attack first with our Vanguard. Scorch Spitter can block the token if he wants. He doesn't. Let's save our Banishing Light for his turn 3 Annex. I think that's probably our best option here. We don't want to play that out of our hand too early, so we're going to sit on it. And then worst case scenario, like we draw land and we can start dropping this Cosmotronic Wave. Right? No blocks here. Trying to avoid that Bone Crusher Giant. He's got Boulder Rush from Rimrock and Knight, I'm assuming here. Alright, does he light up the stage as well? And if he does he draw a third land? He does not. Hopefully there's not one in his hand. There is. And that's his turn. Alright, so we didn't see an Annex. We do have a Torbrand that we're going to somehow need to deal with. Everybody's tapped, so Cosmotronic Wave is a non-go. We could go ahead and grab his Scorch Spitter here. Right, that's like 6 damage. We'll keep it at 3. We're going to keep one of our tokens back. Right, the one with Summoning Sickness, Obby. That'll create 2 tokens as well, so we'll have 3 blockers here. Obviously the 1 token is attacking, the 2 have Summoning Sickness with Lifelink, which is actually quite helpful against the red deck. Down to 13, we've gone quite wide, and if we could draw that land, you guys, we're rocking, and even if we don't, we're still doing okay. We have removal on Scorch Spitter here and Robber of the Rich if we so choose. Which, really, I don't know. He's got to do the math. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quite a bit of go juice here. Again, in a really weird situation. Cosmotronic Wave with a land would have been our best option. We could go wider, but again, now we're risking an Ember Cleave, which I'm not a big fan of. But we're going to cast this Banishing Light, grab his Torbrand. It's a really good blocker here for him. And that's the concede button, you guys. Good game. Amazing. Mono red. Pretty hot deck, but not so hot there, you guys. All it took was a single exile spell to grab his Torbrand and make him rage quit. We don't have a single creature in this opening draw hand, so we're going to mulligan that. And again, we've got our land split. We've got a couple turns, right? Keeping this probably gonna toss one of our marshals. Is that crazy? Or do we toss a banner probably? Oh, banner's good. Marshall doesn't fit. I almost think that's a hard call. We either want to drop the banner because it's a later drop, or we drop the marshal because we have two. The banner's nice because it's the only common we have that really powers up our creatures. There's a really nice rare that does that. You can target and choose humans to do so. But that's not in this deck. That's more of an upgrade. And if you're interested in any deck upgrades, make sure to join the Discord. And we're definitely working on a project to bring that towards you guys. But first, we need to get you in the community. So jump in the Discord link, which is in the description below. Just going to silence my mic here. It seems to be getting some... That is incredible, you guys. I don't know where that's coming from. Let me unplug my headset. Still there. See, now that's what makes it difficult. Apologize. I think my computer fan just catches it ever so slightly. So we'll go to combat here. Trading with the cat, we don't really need to do. No attacks here. Just chilling. Dumb cat. One of the greatest cards. We're going to end our turn and then raise the alarm, obviously, on his end step. And that's going to lead into Hero of the Nyxborn. Cauldron Familiar, also one of the greatest free-to-play combos of our current time. All right, that's still all on our turn. I may add now it's his turn. Oh, all right, he is gonna Jund us, you guys. Get ready. Even more food and a draw engine. This is looking very similar to an upgraded deck that we recently featured. Again, if you're looking to play Jund, go check out the channel. We have a very nice free-to-play version that you could easily upgrade. Raise the alarm on his end step here. We're gonna create some 1/1s. Right? That's what the fun is here. Our turn. Just gonna drop our hero again. He's a 2/2 and it creates another 1/1, which is really quite cool. And then he has to trade with our marshal if he wants. Like, I don't know if he's gonna do that, but I wouldn't mind. Nah, not worth it. He could easily just snuff out one of our things right now. Again, we maybe could have attacked for our 2 tokens. But again, I don't want to threaten losing one of them right now. I want to go really, really wide because he can play that cat over and chump block one every single turn or time he gets a new food, which is not hard for this deck to do. He just pulled a Gilded Goose, which does just that. Woof. Right? So we don't want to trade with the cat ever. Obviously, he could chump block it and is likely to do so, but again, we're not in a position to risk that. We know he is an unlimited draw engine. Cosmotronic Wave is pretty nice, let's be honest. So we're going to play our banner, which powers everybody up. That's quite nice. We're choosing white. Everybody is white. And then we are going to attack and use our tactics instant speed. Right, doing so we're going to get an additional counter on our guy, which doesn't really need it because he's not attacking. That's nice when you do it with Sky Knight Vanguard, because that token does attack. He's debating now whether he trades or he chump blocks. We're targeting Hero the Nyxborn with our Phalanx Tactics. So he gets an additional +1/+0, which is really cool. Or sorry, all of our creatures get +1/+0. And he, because of Tactics, gets an additional +2/+1. And everybody else is going to get another +1/+1. So huge value coming through here. He needs to activate some sort of removal on us. Yeah, let's see. Obviously, he could have a Murderous Rider, which would break our hearts. But we're sitting in a good position. And then we can use our Cosmotronic Wave next turn. But again, he's up at 21. That's a lot of life, you guys. We got a lot of work to do here. It's kind of what makes this deck so powerful. Hitting him for 18, so it's actually not unconceivable that we'll get the kill next turn. He just wants to gain some life. He's like, oh man, let's do some damage here. Ow! He needs to think very hard about this turn. Hopefully we don't see a Mayhem Devil. Hopefully also no Massacre Girl. That would be an actual massacre. That would ruin us. Okay, obviously no blocks. Take the damage, tap your cat. Love it. Oh my god. Feels bad, guys. We were ready to end this man, and he got the one card that saved him. Do we play a couple more rounds, or do we give him the hello good game? Oh my gosh, you guys. What world do we live in? So when you're playing Magic, don't think of the things that are going to beat you. Think of the things that are going to allow you to beat him. That's going to prove incredibly helpful. You know what I mean? Yugi Moto was never, I hope our opponent's going to put his blue eyes down. It's like, no, I'm going to put my Dark Magician down, right? All right, that's it. Hello. Good game. Corvold in the house. Ouch! Let's hit the old runaway button here. I find it amazing how people are able to comment that the decks are no good. They're like, oh, I lost 15 matches in a row. And they're not willing to look into maybe why they're losing every single game of Magic they play. It's like, they're just willing to immediately blame the deck. They're like, that deck sucks, on to the next one. Meanwhile, they're never actually taking the time to learn how to play the decks. So I urge you, even if you're losing with some of these decks, stick it out, go into the play queue, learn how it works, and you're going to find some unique interactions. Ones that I touched on, obviously, and maybe even some that I've not, in which case I'd appreciate if you stop by the comment section and hit us up there as well. Our opponent's deciding what to do. It must be a tough choice. It's a bummer, but like, what are our other options to lose him to a stomp? Sucks. I mean, it hits the field regardless. There's the stomp. Plays the land, plays his giant. No, lip stage. Really, that sucks. Again, no enchantment creature, so the blessing's more of a offensive ability here. It will protect it once we get Angelic Gift on our Marshal, but that will not happen until next turn, which again is why we've not saved any mana. We've just played our banner, played our Marshal, and we're going to take some damage here. Another Rimrock Knight. Wow. Light up stage. Sear the critics. Nice. Alright, whatever. Definitely sucks, let's be honest. We have 3 available to us here. So we're going to enchant it just so we can protect it. We get to draw here as well. And we're not going to spend our mana, we're just going to protect our Vanguard, and hopefully we can get enough value going there. Maybe some chump blockers. Yeah, hopefully he tries to use a stomp on us right now. That would be awesome. Annex, we love that. We're going to exile the heck out of that. So he can't attack here, which is great. Let's take that little duckling with us. Ha! Now we're going to smash. He does have first strike, but I could trade with him with our blessing if he so chooses. He does, and I'm going to do it. Get out of here. That's awesome. So we keep our token. We are prone to removal right here. So again, if we get hit, that sucks. But I think it was worth it, and it was. He does just play his giant. We get another blessing. We can play all of these, which is really nice. And then again, we're probably going to get to remove this Bone Crusher Giant here, fortunately enough, which I'm into. You know what I mean? These Rimrock Knights can't block. Let's just keep our guys nice and strong. And let's cast this on our Nyxborn. That way everybody gets buffed up. Giant still dies. A little extra damage, who doesn't love it? And he does shock our Vanguard. Fine. We were being way too greedy. That's kind of what you get, though. Let's smash in again. He cannot block, which is really quite interesting. Down to 3. And if I was a betting man, I'd say that's a good game. Another Annex. That's specifically why we use Banishing Light. And again, we can grab a little... well, actually, no. Let's let him hit us. Can these tokens block? No, they cannot. So let's kill Annex now. These 1/1 tokens can't block. And then we're smashing in with literally everybody. The whole team goes home. Touchdown! Another free-to-play deck, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, you guys. So that was free-to-play Boros tokens. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. It's been my objective to bring you guys a core deck that you guys can stem off from and make little upgrades dependent upon your personal rares, because we all don't have the same cards. But if we can build these core decks and then you can take them from there and experiment, I'd be most appreciative, and that is the overall goal. So I promised that we'd make a couple upgrades at the start of this video, so we're going to talk about a few changes that I would like to see. If I was you guys, I would drop Cosmotronic Wave, I would drop our banner, and I would drop Commanding Presence. I'd go into my search bar, and I would grab Unbreakable Formation. This is a better version of Cosmotronic Wave, and it's cheaper. Well, they can still block, but you're going to be able to kill their blockers. So Cosmotronic Wave is still quite nice there. And then we also want Icon of Ancestry. This is a really good card because it will power up your human creatures. If I can find it here, am I blind? Here we go. An Icon of Ancestry. So that's going to bring us up. We could probably drop a formation. I think the Icon is really, really helpful, and we could maybe even go down to 3 there. But again, creatures of the chosen type get +1/+1, which is just so groovy. I think that might even be better. But again, if I was going to make some changes to start with, this is where I'd go. Unbreakable formation, Icon of Ancestry. Obviously, there's further things we could do. We could add the rare lands in, the shock lands. That's something I'd really like to do if I was playing this deck more competitively. Again, it's an aggro deck, so we don't want the scry lands, but absolutely we'll take those shock lands. Loving it. And it is a very aggro deck, so we can drop some of these lands, take them back down, because we're sitting at an average of 2.1, which means 21 is going to be fine. I like when they match like that. So that's the deck. That's how I do some basic upgrades. Obviously, if you're interested in anything more in depth, join the Discord and we can discuss it there. Thanks again for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you've not yet done so. Share this video to any of your friends. We're live every single morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch, and you can join the Discord like previously mentioned if you'd want to continue this conversation. Tournament, free entry, cash prizes, link in the description. I got to advertise for it, you guys. I hate doing it, but there you go. I hope you guys all have a really good day. That's the most important part of these videos, is wishing you guys a good day. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all tomorrow. If you enjoyed today's footage, be sure to check out our Guides for Beginners playlist, along with our Greatest Hit playlist. Both of these are chock full of hours of quality content. You can also subscribe to the channel for your chance to win up to 500,000 gems, and most importantly, share all of this with your friends.